Hi everyone, my name is GoldyLachs and today we aren't actually starting here. We are starting out back on my creative testing world where we're going to start making the foundations and figuring out how this mega base is all going to come together. So I have a few ideas in mind, so I'm going to sketch it out here and then I'll show you guys what I am thinking. And once again, after longer than I would like to admit, this is where we're at. It's a much scaled down version because I definitely don't want to build it to scale because that would take way too long just to get my idea out. But this is kind of what I'm thinking. So on one side we'll have an entrance, maybe all the way through to the other side too. And we're going to have this slowly scaling up and in one or two blocks. Then a center line somewhere and then it back out on the angle, but not perfectly to where it started. Just under it a little bit. And then on the top we're going to have on the four corners, we're going to have these giant bone spike things that try and wrap back a little bit more. This is a very, very bad and basic concept, but just so I can get my idea out, this is what we have for now. And then on top of these entrances, there'll be some sort of skull. Definitely won't look like this. It'll be a lot better in the end product. And then in the middle up the top, we're going to have a little center pit where we'll be able to drop down through here. This is all going to be textured as well. So it's not just going to be sandstone completely. And then in the middle, haven't built yet, but I think we have some sort of crystal thing that looks like these are holding it up or they're draining the power from it or something along those lines, because that makes sense to me and that sounds cool. So this is what we are looking at for the base idea. But in order to put that idea into reality up here, I'm gonna need a lot of materials. So I cleared out this whole area a few more levels. As you can see, this is where the shulker boxes were originally placed, and that was the level that they were at, and we brought it down all this way. I decided to do that off camera because it was just going to take forever, and I think video time could be put to cooler time lapses like putting it in all the way up there. So at the moment we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half, we'll say, shulker boxes full of sandstone, plus an empty one and some bits and pieces that we collected as we did the job. But as per usual, I still don't think I have enough materials. But we're going to make a start because I'm really excited to see how this looks once I start putting it into place. So it's time-lapse time. But our first and absolute most important thing is we are going to get rid of the blocks that are hanging out somewhere. Now I've just got to figure out where they are. Aha! You and you do not belong there. And stay out. Okay, now it's time-lapse time. Alright, so we are one full shulker box down and we have actually made a fair bit of progress. I'm actually pretty surprised with how much we were able to get out of just the one shulker box. I started moving it on the floor because I thought I was going to fall off and that was going to annoy me if it wasn't done. So I got a little bit sidetracked on the walls, but it means we'll get the floor done probably within the next shulker box and then get more started on here. I have marked out the giant doorways. I started with 4. I'm not sure if I'll do 4, but I marked it out now just so it's easy to fill in later, or it makes it easier to make the doors later. And that's about it. It's all starting to come together now. So let's continue on. Alright, so we now have the floor done. It took a little bit more. I nearly had it. It was just over 3 stacks that took up this little space here that I needed on top of the 2 shulker boxes. So this is it. Floor is done and we've got all this to go still. Hooray for me! So as the sun goes down, it's time for one last quick time lapse as we use the rest of the sandstone to fill up as much of here as we can. Let's go! Alrighty, half of it is done. We have a lot of friends here. So I'm going to have a look at how it's looking and see if we need to start doing the middle layer and then back out, or if it needs to go a bit higher. I have a suspicion that I think it's going to need to be a little bit higher before we start angling it back out again. Oh my god. This thing is mega huge. And I was correct into thinking that it needs to go up a little bit more before it starts going back out. I'm thinking the roof layer will be somewhere around here. So we're maybe halfway. I have to stand so far back to be able to get it in a good view that I can see the boot from here. It's definitely coming along, but there's still much to do. But I think I'm going to take a slight break from placing all of these blocks and get to work on a little bit of our creeper farm so that we can make our rockets to be able to fly in, because I wasn't really thinking that this was going to be here for the whole time. I'm thinking that we're just going to be able to fly up and in, and whoever can't isn't allowed in. So I have made a start on our creeper farm. The outside and well, really the whole thing looks pretty gross because I'm just using cobble because we will not see the inside of it. But here we are. I have a great view of our base so far. But now comes the fun part. Before I get any further, I need to get some cats, because the way this farm works is the cats are here and they will scare the creepers off and down and to their death. But I don't have any cats here. Not a single one. But luckily for me, I know where another village is, and it is over that way, a fair way away. So as a start, I'm going to make my way slowly over there, grab some fish on my way, and hope that we find 2 cats at least so we can get this whole creeper farm going. Man, it feels like forever since I've been down here. Now, why on earth I decided I wouldn't take my horse, I don't even know. But we are here and I found our first 2 kittens. No way. Oh, that's awesome. Now, we just make friends with the kittens by chasing them. It's okay. Come on. Oh, that was so close. I should have eaten beforehand. I keep trying to eat the fish myself. Ah, there we go. There's one. All right, you come with me and we're gonna find your friend. There you are, you sneaky thing. Come back here. Come on. Yes. There we go. 2 cats just like that. Awesome. Let's see if we can find any more while we're here, just to see if we've gotten them all. I've just noticed this cartographer, which would be pretty handy for later, so I'm going to lock him in and try and remember that he's there eventually. Probably come back and grab all these guys because it saves us having to breed them all up. But for now, let's head home with Kitten 1 and Kitten 2, wherever it went. And I've just spotted Kitten 3. Oh, nearly. Come on. Back. Oh, Kitten 2 decided to show up to try and help. I'm never going to be able to click on it with all this grass everywhere. Come on. Yes, 3 kittens. Very good. Let's go home, guys. Man, this thing looks so cool as it loads in. Let's gonna be so awesome when it's done. We have to get them all the way up there, and they can't climb straight up. So I'm gonna leave you guys here. Oh my god, you would not believe it. I came down my water and there was a creeper right here. I thought I lit this whole place up enough that none of them would spawn. But no, I was wrong. This whole area is cursed, I swear. Man, that is so annoying. I thought I had this set out perfectly. I think it's time we make some more torches. Anyway, what I came down here for was to grab some sticks, which we don't have much of. Well, looks like we're gonna do some tree farming. And after a serious amount of wood chopping, we have a stack and a half of oak logs, which we can now turn into planks and then sticks. Now, we should be able to make... Alright, that's stairs, not scaffolding. Wait, how do you make scaffolding? And after a quick and depressing Google search, we need bamboo. And we live in the desert. I don't know where any bamboo is. So it's either we go and get some, or I figure out another way to get these cats up into the farm. You have got to be kidding me. Now I have to put all of this back together. All right, now we light up absolutely everything. So there is never, ever any chance of creepers coming in ever again. I'm so sick of this happening. Alrighty, so I was just experimenting to see if I could get a cat to come up just by making it stand up and then going all the way up here. And they in fact teleport up. So I don't need to use the bamboo anymore after all. Well done. After all of that grinding for wood. So if we go back up here and push him right into the middle and then start breaking the blocks from under him, get him to where we want. Awesome. Ah, well done. After a few more minutes of carefully manipulating him down, he's in the spot that we need him to be in. So I can get rid of all of this, and that is the first cat placed down. Okie dokie, next up is you. And let's go back up. This is what I'm doing every time to get them up, because I spent all my wood on making trapdoors and really can't be bothered making more ladders. Okay, so we got you up here. Make a little way up. Now we can lure you up here. And after remembering that salmon doesn't make them come to you, I've come back with the lead. Yet again, after way too long of manipulating this cat around. One more step. There we go. Okay. Alright, 2 down, 1 to go. Let's just make sure you're really in the center. There. So I've realized it's easier to literally move my cat in real life around as opposed to the cats in Minecraft. Minecraft really needs like a bag of treats or something that you can give a shake and they'll just come running. No matter where you are, they'll come from all the way over there running as long as they hear the bag of treats. And as soon as nighttime hit, I didn't even know this, but cats stop these little poo heads from coming. That's awesome. You guys rock. Right, so now I can get started on the final level. Well, this is the final level, but the roof of everything, so that we can get this all working. Light everything up so that nothing spawns, because I do not want this to blow up. Alrighty, now that that is in place, I can start moving the walls up and putting down all of these trapdoors that I made, funnily enough, with the wood that I farmed just before. And I have ran out of trapdoors. So you know what that means? I have to go farm more wood. Yay! Alrighty, we're back. We have plenty more trapdoors. Hopefully it'll be enough this time. We shall see. Alrighty, so all of the trapdoors are in place. I have built up the sides so that it all matches down. And apart from the water, the darkness, and I gotta put some carpets around, we are just about done. But first we do have to tackle the problem of getting water up here and then the carpets. So I'm gonna go down, make some carpet up, and come back with some buckets. Alrighty, now I have everything I need. I have the carpets, I have the buckets, and I have the fence gates, which I forgot about. So now all I have to do is put the carpets here, 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 and here on all of these floors. That will essentially stop any spiders from spawning, and the trapdoors up here will stop any skeletons or zombies from spawning. But I will link the video I learned it all from, which is the Wattles video. That is where I got the design from, and his video explains the sense and logic a little bit better than me. But in basics, the creepers will spawn around here. The cats will scare them into one of these 4 sides. The trapdoors act as a solid block, but the creepers don't know that, so they think it's solid, walk over here, they will fall down into the water we're going to put down, and then get funneled into the hole that we will make down here, and they will do the unalive thing. Right, so we have a roof, we have the carpet, and now just fill all of here with water and the fence gates. Do not ask me why I bring so many buckets when I could have just done this technique the whole time, but that is that. So we need to break these blocks in here. Let's get to safety for a minute, and then open these up, and then the creepers should be able to fall through and fall onto our hoppers, which we are yet to place. But first I need to take all the light out of here and be very quick. Alrighty, I am back. I have a fixed pick and we are about to place the hoppers down. I had to make some because I didn't have enough on me, stupidly. So let's get rid of these. Now I have to sort out something that will transfer all the materials out, but I just want to make sure this is even working. So we are going to sit here and wait. Let's stand back a little bit and wait. Really? My cats can't protect me here. Alrighty, so I have good news and bad news. The good news is I've slept, so we shouldn't have to deal with these dudes for a little while. The bad news is that I haven't seen any creepers fall out of here. I don't know why it isn't working. It all makes sense, and I don't think I misplaced anything, but there's just none. I'm starting to think maybe the mob limit has been reached because there's just so... When you're actually over there, there's so many mobs spawning because of the amount of darkness there is. So that could be it. Nothing happened while no. So this isn't working. Great. So I'm going to try lighting up this whole place in hopes that it will fix the spawner and I'll actually get some mobs spawning in there. So after using nearly a full stack of torches, it is looking more lit up. There's definitely not as many fully black spots. So maybe I'll go through and clear out as many mobs as I can and then come back over to see if we're getting any progress. Alrighty, it is far better over there now. As you can see by the amount of light we have down there, I haven't spotted a single mob since we went through and got rid of them all. So that's gunpowder. Is there anything in here? Did we fix it? Nothing there, so I can't be sure if it's one that I killed already. So once again, let's wait and see if anything spawns. It spawned. It works. We fixed it. Thank goodness. Oh, I was so worried. Now, the spawn rate is incredibly slow and lackluster, so maybe I might be on top of a cave or something. So I'll have to clear out there, but we know it works now, and that is so huge. Now, I'm not sure if this is completely center. I think it might need to be shifted one block to the left for the collection system, but it's okay for now. We know it works. We just have to fix the spawns a little bit. So after being incredibly frustrated with everything, I thought I would try this. By going 50 blocks above the spawner, hopefully everything that might be spawning underneath here isn't anymore. So if we go down and have a look, we'll be able to tell if it's working. If there's a bunch of it here, that means there's some cave systems underground that aren't lit up, and that... You guys saw that, right? Oh, it's working. We need to extend here with hoppers, but it's working. So, as I was saying, that means that there's some caves underground that need to be lit up more because it is affecting the hostile mob cap, which means that the game can only spawn so many hostile mobs, and that number is being taken up by whatever is under here instead of whatever is going on in here. So, let's just have a look. One there, one there, one there, two there. I will take it. Now, we did grab a couple when we were killing them over there, but it works. And that is the main thing. We actually did it this time. But now, the fun process of getting rid of all the darkness that is underneath here. but that is a job for another day. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you all for watching. My name has been GoldyLachs, and I will see you later.